Almost everyone has used silicone and gasoline before, but very few people know the special use that appears when combining them together. These two materials, which seem completely unrelated, are said to be able to create a waterproof coating on paper, wood, and even rubber. Sounds hard to believe, right? Today I will test this formula on several different types of materials and pour water directly onto each surface. Do not look away, because I will show you how effective this homemade mixture really is at resisting water, or whether it is just a rumor. First, prepare a small amount of gasoline for this experiment. Measure about 100 millimoles of gasoline into a measuring cup. Measuring it first helps keep the mixture from becoming too thin or too thick. Now slowly pour the gasoline into the cup containing silicone. Right from this step, this needs to be done in a very well-ventilated area and far away from any source of flame. I use a wooden stick and a few plastic zip ties to make a simple mixing attachment. Tie the zip ties to the end of the wooden stick, so when it spins, it creates extra stirring force inside the cup. Attach this mixing tip to a drill to increase the mixing speed. When mixing, use only low speed and hold the cup very firmly. Stir until the silicone no longer forms large clumps. When the mixture becomes uniform, it will be thinner and easier to brush on. The first surface I test is a piece of cardboard. Cardboard absorbs water very easily, so if the coating works, the difference will show up the fastest. Stick a strip of tape down the middle to divide the cardboard surface in half. One half will be coated with the solution, and the other half will be left untreated as the control side. The second surface is a piece of wood. Divide the surface into two sections, just like on the cardboard. Use a brush to take a suitable amount of the solution and apply it to one half of the surface. Brush evenly without leaving any area too thick or too thin. The more even the coating is, the easier the result will be to observe during the water test. After brushing, set the cardboard aside to dry naturally. When brushing on wood, move the brush along the wood grain so the coating can bond more evenly. The small gaps on the wood surface will absorb part of the solution inside. So brush slowly, cover the entire test area, and do not miss the edges. While waiting for the cardboard and wood to dry, we move to the third material, an old tire. This tire will help test the mixture on a rubber surface. When the cardboard and wood have dried, start testing the water resistance. First is the cardboard sheet. I spray water directly onto both sides of the surface. On the side coated with the solution, the water begins to bead up and slide across the surface. It does not soak down like normal paper. When the cardboard is tilted slightly, the water droplets move very clearly. On the untreated side, the water quickly soaks into the paper, making the surface darker and softer. The difference between the two sides is very easy to see. Continue testing with the piece of wood. Spray water onto the coated section. The water does not soak into the wood grain, but forms droplets that run across the surface. On the untreated wood, the water starts to spread out and gradually soak inside. Now move to the tire. I pour water directly onto both halves of the surface. On the half that was treated, the water has a harder time sticking and slides off the surface more easily. On the other half, the water stays more in the grooves and clings to the rubber surface. But we are not stopping here. I want to try one more application by mixing a little paint into the mixture. It does not need much paint. The goal is to see whether the mixture, after adding color, can stick to a wall section and create a clearer coating. Pour a little paint into the cup, then stir until the paint color blends into the solution. If the mixture is not even, it will streak on the wall and the coating will not be stable. Apply tape to a section of wall to divide the test area. Use a brush to apply the mixture onto the marked section. Brush from left to right, moving this brush gently so the dividing line stays clear. Wait until the coating is completely dry before testing. When the coating on the wall has dried, remove the tape. Now test all the treated and On the coated section, the water is harder to absorb and tends to form droplets that run across the surface. After watching the whole video, which experiment impressed you the most? Leave a comment below so we can all know. Do not forget to hit like and subscribe so you do not miss the next videos.